So hello everyone, you are watching Curious Cube. So this is the second part of the semiconductor chip shortage, and I think the first part was not that relatable, but by watching this second part, I hope so everything gets clear. So without a further delay, let's start करते हैं. So, semiconductors are the backbone of this fourth industrial revolution, just like fossil fuels, which were responsible for the first industrial revolution. As I made you understand this supply chain in previous video, there we came to know that companies focusing on design segment are called fabless, and in manufacturing are called as fab or foundry. And the companies which can do all the processes themselves are called IDMs, that is integrated device manufacturers, and India is primarily focusing on this segment, this IDMs. So till March 2021, India was 100% import dependent on semiconductors, right? Well, Foxconn, Samsung, Wistron, these are the companies, they have set their manufacturing and design firm in India due to low cost labor and highly skilled engineers. One more thing, according to MITI, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, 15 to 20 billion dollars are required for setting up a foundry, and we can imagine that by comparing with the recent incentive, which is of 10 billion dollars, right? And now let me put the segments in a sequential manner. First one is the research and development. So in this stage, constant competition for building more powerful and low cost chips is seen. For that reason, large investment is required, and almost 25% of the annual revenue has to be given on the parts by the companies. That is why by taking experience from USA, which has already built their infrastructure ahead, it should focus on core activities to reduce cost of operation. That is focusing on R&D intensive activities like EDA, core IP, and chip design. As per articles, by supporting existing chip design experts, innovation centers, that is the major engineering college to get highly trained and skilled engineers, government had to start working, and that could give rise to almost 85,000 engineers in this sector in the coming years. Okay, the next stage, if you could remember, was the foundry or the fabrication. So here also there is a risk of investment failure, as competition companies once develop a better product, your product of is no use, right? For that reason, China is yet not able to compete with USA's Intel's and Nvidia in advanced chip and nano chip in the recent year. As you can, if you are aware that MI chip of Apple, which operates on 5 nanometer technology. So also, if we leave this high-end smartphones and laptop, most devices of medical and low-end devices occupy the major percentage in the market. Also, such firms can be set up within $1 billion, and India can get more number of ODMs, original device manufacturers, okay, building a name in the global ecosystem. So the next one was the OSAT, assembly testing. So this was a labor intensive sector, and China is the world leader, but cost of labor is increasing in China, so India can utilize a demographic dividend and low labor cost. But there is also a loophole here. Malaysia and Vietnam are getting importance, and as China is shifting their firms in these countries, right? So that's a concern, that's a cause of concern for us, okay? So now let's talk about the initiatives taken by the government. So the first one is on December 15, 2021, the Government for Development of Semiconductor and Display Manufacturing Ecosystem in India announced an outlay of 760 billion, that is 10 billion US dollar for the development of a sustainable semiconductor and display manufacturing ecosystem in India. The funding for $10 billion will be provided over a period of 6 years and is expected to bring an investment of up to 22.5 billion US dollar. So this incentive mainly focuses on 4 parts: semiconductor fabs and display fabs. So the first part, so the chips which are used in our devices and in our laptop TVs, for this India shall extend fiscal support of up to 50% of project cost to all the eligible applicants, treating them on an equal note. The central government will closely work with state government to establish high-tech clusters with requisite infrastructure in terms of land, semiconductor grade water, high quality power, logistic and a research ecosystem. And this would be responsible for granting approvals to application for setting up at least 2 greenfield semiconductor fabs and 2 display fabs in India. So the next one as I said 4. So the second one is the Semiconductor Laboratory. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, that is MITI, will explore possibility for a joint venture between the SCL Semiconductor Laboratory and a commercial fab partner to modernize the SCL's brownfield fab facility. Third one is on the is a group of for compound semiconductors, silicon photonics sensor fabs, and semiconductors ATMP OSAT units. The scheme for setting up these facilities in India shall extend fiscal support of 30% of capital expenditure to approved units. It is expected that a minimum of 15 such units for semiconductor and packaging will be established under this scheme. And finally, the fourth one is this semiconductor design companies. Okay, so the design link incentive under this package will extend product design link incentives of up to 50% of eligible expenditure. Under this scheme, support will be offered to 100 domestic companies of semiconductor design for ICs, chipsets, system on chips, that is SoCs, and IP cores and semiconductor link design. Apart from that, Quad Summit, which held on March 2021, has a significance. Let me show you how. 6 months later, the summit main motive focusing 5G technology, biotechnology, semiconductor and technical assistance came into picture, where Quad represents 4 countries: USA, which is specialized in design part; Japan, which is a dominant player in semiconductor material and chemicals and also leads in market for silicon wafers used for manufacturing ICs; Australia, access to broader supply chain and advanced mining facilities; and finally India, which is known for its skilled engineers and low labor costs. So this international collaboration can make a difference collectively by taking important roles in different segments. So that was it. So now let's talk about the investment trends in the industry. In late 2021, US chip maker giant Intel expressed its interest in setting up a new plant in India and is likely to apply for incentive under the new scheme under the program for development of semiconductors and display manufacturing ecosystem in India. So it was the first Intel is showing interest. Okay. Apart from that, India and Taiwan are currently negotiating a free trade deal, with Taiwan setting up a semiconductor manufacturing unit in India, serving as a key component for expanding bilateral economic engagement so that it can operate from both sides. The Indian government has already reported a number of sites for their facilities. Okay, third one is the Business Standard, a report which I found in the Business Standard, where Tata Group is in discussion with the major international companies, including from Taiwan, for its foray into the semiconductor chip business. Okay. So finally, India has announced on 30th December that the government will start receiving proposal for companies for semiconductor and display manufacturing from January 1, 2022. So let's see how many companies come out. So that's all for this part. So if you learned something out of it, do hit the like button and see you in the next one. Thank you.